that time of year, another season for Junior J basketball here in the Heider Center. It starts tonight as the Norfolk Panthers come to town to take on the 5th-ranked Junior Jays, fresh off a thriller in overtime last week against Papillion La Vista. Mike Nakanauer alongside Colton Alder to bring you the home opener here in 2024-25. And Colton, a lot of high expectations for this team coming into the year. Started the year as the 3rd-ranked team. They've fallen to 5 after the first week, but still a lot of ball to be played.
Yeah, a team that has had a lot of success over this past decade or so, getting to play in front of their home fans for the first time this year, looking to jump out and get an early season victory and set themselves up for a good year.
As we mentioned, we talked about the top 10. Let's take a look at the latest standings from NEB Preps. The Papillion La Vista South Titans have jumped into the top spot. They're at number 1, and then Westside right behind them. Bellevue West with a big win over Millard North last Saturday pushes them up to 3. Millard North, who was the preseason number 1, falls to 4, and Creighton Prep falls to 5 after their 2-point win on the road against the Monarchs.
The Junior Jays, as you mentioned, dropping to 5, but you look at the rest of this top 10, Millard North dropping down following their loss to Bellevue West. You look at the rest of this top 10, Westview beat receiving votes Omaha North team a few days ago. Papillion La Vista also in the top 10. This is a wide open year for Class A. A lot of the top talent from last year either graduating off to college or transferring in the case of Amari Bynum, who was maybe the top player in the state last year. So it's a much different landscape, and it's one that anybody can really jump out and take.
Absolutely. Talked with Ludke before the season a few weeks ago, said that this is the most parity he's seen in a long time and that there's no clear-cut winner this season. It's really anyone's title. And we'll take a look at Norfolk and what they've done. They hosted North Platte this past Saturday, taking them down by a score of 51-42. Colton, what jumps out to you about this? Landon Virgits, with 21 points, 8 for 13 from the field, and 6 steals, as the Panthers were able to force 23 Bulldog turnovers.
The thing about this Panther team is they are super aggressive on loose balls. They go for pretty much everything, and that's going to be one of the major areas of attack against an inexperienced Junior J team for them here today. They're going to try to generate a lot of turnovers and get a lot of buckets off of them.
And as we mentioned, we talked about the overtime thriller that the Junior Jays opened up the year with. On the road against Papillion La Vista, there were some shaky parts of this game, able to pull it out in the end. Junior Jays only were able to make 2 threes out of the 13 they took, but Trinell Parker and Max Jungers, both in double figures, really shined and really pulled through whenever they needed to.
Yeah, they're going to have to rely on a lot of the other players in this game outside of just their top couple of guys to step up, especially a lot of the newcomers. Only 3 returners from last year's team that made the state playoffs. And in order to do that, they're going to have to improve their three-point shooting, improve their free throw shooting, and not turn the ball over, which were 3 areas that they had issues in versus the Monarchs in their season opener on Thursday. So it'll be interesting to see if they're able to work on fixing those issues today.
Last thing we'll take a look at before we step aside for the national anthem, last year's stats. Junior J team very high on their defensive play, and that really showed through with their points allowed per average, or per game average last year. Just over 50 points a game were opposing teams scoring, including that eventual loss in the quarterfinal. Only gave up 41 points to one of the best offenses in the state in Bellevue West.
The 3-ball and defense were the 2 main pillars of the Junior Jays team last year. They lost a lot of 3-point shooting from last year's team with Dylan Kloss and Carson Jones and Josh Carney no longer being there. So they're going to have a lot of other guys step up, and you can't afford to have another 2 for 13 game like you did in your season opener. It's going to be a much different team than it was last year, so we'll have to see how they adjust to that and what this team's identity is as this season takes form.
Absolutely. Home opener from the Hyder just minutes away. We'll step aside for the national anthem. When we come back, it'll be time for starters and tip-off here from the Hyder. You're watching Class A basketball right here on CPSN. We welcome you back here to the Hyder. Starting lineups here for both squads. We'll start you off with the visitors from Norfolk. It'll be Landon Virgits, Chase Swanson, Alex Mashantev, Gavin Jarecki, and Drew Strike. For the Panthers, coming in 1-1 on the year, opening loss to Scottsbluff. And then they took down North Platte, as we highlighted this last Saturday. And now we will take a look at the starting lineup for the Junior Jays. It'll be Torrin Carter-Brown, Cooper Knight, Ayul Dang, Max Jungers, and Trenell Parker.
One of the biggest things for this Junior Jays team, as we highlighted in the pregame, is going to be how these newcomers adjust to their new roles with the team. The only 3 returners from last year's team are Torrin Carter-Brown, Max Jungers, and Trenell Parker. Everyone else, we don't really have much to work on when it comes to varsity experience, so they're going to have to step up today and give this coaching staff a glimpse into what they can do as the season goes along.
There's moments away from tip-off. It'll be Drew Strike and Ternell Parker to tip things away. Junior Jays in the home white, Norfolk in their visiting red. Basketball in the Hyder underway here in 2024. And the opening tip won by Ternell Parker and the Junior Jays. It'll be Torrin Carter-Brown to bring things up for the Creighton Prep offense. Dang drives, kick out to Knight in the corner. He'll take a quick three. That one's off the mark. Rebound comes down to Jarecki. Strike driving on Jungers. His shot a little bit too strong. And a pair of misses to open up both sides on possession. Here's a nice pass from Carter-Brown to Parker, who slams it home for the first two of the game. And now an offensive foul. I believe they're going to get Chase Swanson down there in the corner near the Creighton Prep bench. So a turnover for Norfolk here early.
That's a good job by Yul Dang, number 5, getting that offensive foul to be called. Maybe sold it a little bit, but ended up getting the Junior Jays possession back. Good job on his part.
23rd season for Coach Ludke. As this one, it was a pass from Jungers into Parker in the paint, and he got fouled on his way up. As we were mentioning, 23rd year for Coach Ludke. Mantra for this team, be us. And that's really what they're going to have to try and do here early in the season, as here's a ball knocked away. On the other end, it's Viergits. Went up hard, and he got fouled on his way down. They're going to get Torrin Carter-Brown on the foul, and Viergits will go to the line to shoot a pair.
Viergits and Chase Swanson will be the top 2 scoring options for Norfolk here today.
Viergits able to knock down both of his free throws. And we are tied here at 2 apiece. Here's Carter-Brown, top of the key. Tries to drive in, gets it up, and gets it to go. Soft touch on the floater. And enough to get it to fall. Junior guard in his 3rd season at varsity. Really trying to step up his game this season. And here are the Panthers on the other end. Swanson driving on Knight, and he'll get it to go.
Early on, a lot of offenses. These guards have really had their way with it early on.
Jungers loses the handle trying to drive. Some solid defense here from the Panthers in the first opening minutes. As that one's knocked away, and now coming on the other end here is Jarecki. He gets it to go, and Norfolk takes the lead.
Norfolk very good at generating turnovers. They've done a good job early on, getting 2 early ones, forcing mistakes from these young Junior J players and getting a pair of buckets off it.
Parker inside, and he gets it to go over Mohanstev. Strike gets it in. Mohanstev out to Viergits. He'll take the 3. That one's off the mark, and the rebound comes down to Jungers. Quickly on the other end, here's Parker. Backing down the defender. Goes up, not able to get it to go, but he'll go to the line to shoot his first 2 free throws of the evening.
That's already Viergits' second, so that'll likely send him to the bench. Early on, high pace for both of these 2 teams. They're getting the ball into the lane and getting good shots early on.
Junior J's team that went 5 for 10 from the line last Thursday against Papio. That was another weakness of last year's team that really hurt them down the stretch, was their struggles at the charity stripe. But Parker able to knock down those two. Gives the Junior Jays the lead once again. Still here early in the first. We're through about 3 minutes. Swanson gets it. That's Damian Jones into the game, and he makes his presence felt immediately as he knocks down the floater. Parker gets it to Knight, who is uncovered, and he will lay it up and in.
You like to see a lot of the ball movement that the Junior Jays displayed early on, getting the ball to the open man.
That was Drew Strike trying to go up, but he was rejected by Parker. But it will stay here with stay here with Norfolk. No, it will stay here with the Junior Jays. Bit of a confusion there down on the floor, but a nice rejection there from Parker. Gives the Junior Jays the ball right back. Halfway through the first. High scoring game so far, and Parker slams it home. Make it a quick 8 for the senior. Had 23 in the opening game last week. And he's picking up right where he left off this evening. As that one's knocked away, Jarecki tried to make a move and it was knocked away, and Parker on the other end unable to do anything. Now here comes Swanson. Tarabas, he drives. That one's knocked away. Right to Jones. That one's knocked away. Out of bounds, and it'll be last touched. Nope, they're going to get a foul on Parker as he tried to block the shot attempt from Jones.
Birdcage clearly not happy with that one.
Jones hits iron on his first.
Connor Peters will check in for Torrin Carter-Brown.
Jones splits his pair. Jungers drives right to Parker, who slams it home, and he has a quick 10.
Really like the way the Junior Jays are operating offensively, getting the ball to Parker down low for these quick dunks and opportunities. Some great passing as well to get it to him.
Swanson with a spin move and able to get it to go. Here's Sam Bonet into the game for the first time. Parker inside. Parker muscling his way through. He has 12 of the Junior Jays' first 16 here in the first.
Trinell Parker's really stepping into that role of being the main guy on this team with that game-winning block at the end of last game, and already dominating early on today.
Quick miss. Here the Junior Jays on the other end. Jungers into Parker. He can't get that one to go. Jarecki back out to Swanson. Tried to get it over to Strike, but that one's intercepted by Parker. That one's poked away as Parker was driving. And now we're going to get a timeout from Ben Bone and the Norfolk bench. And we'll take one with them. 1:39 to go here in the first. Junior Jays up by 5, 16-11. You're watching Class A basketball on CPSN. We welcome you back. Opening period here from the Hiders Center. A lot of scoring here so far as the Junior Jays lead at 16-11 behind 12 early points from their senior leader, Trinell Parker, as that one's lost out of bounds. Another turnover here for the Panthers.
So many of the Junior Jays points early on have just come from a guard driving into the lane and getting Parker an easy dunk.
Here's a wide open three for Peters. That one unable to go, but there's Guat right to grab the board and put it back. The 6'10 junior, as that one just gets across the timeline right before a 10-second call, but then they lose it out of bounds and it'll go right back to prep.
There's been a lot of sloppy play early on in this game from both teams. Norfolk getting a bunch of opportunities on the fast break from Junior J turnovers, but almost equalizing that with a few offensive fouls and plays where they've dribbled off their own feet.
A nice move by Knight outside the perimeter, and he's able to get a clear lane and lay it home. Strike. Can't find anything. Aguirre unable to get a shot. Some good defense there from the Junior Jays, and they're going to be able to hold for the final shot of the first quarter. $10 to go. Knight, here's Kyle Tubrick for three. Yes, sir! Kyle Tubrick with the three and a whistle immediately after. It's going to be a foul on Parker Robis. So right after the three, the Junior Jays will get the ball right back here with 2.9 to go in the first quarter. Out to Knight. Long three off the mark. And that will do it for the first quarter, with the Junior Jays with a strong finish to the opening 8 minutes as they carry a 23-11 lead into the second quarter. We'll step aside. You're watching Class A basketball on CPSN. Junior Jays finishing the first quarter strong as they put up 23 points there in the opening period. Up 12 as we start the second quarter. Mike Knockenauer alongside Colton Alder. Here's Chase Swanson, tries to get it to go, but unable, and it's rebounded by Bonet. And here on the other end, we will see what the Junior Jays are able to put together on offense. It was an impressive first quarter as that one knocked away. I'm going to say last touched by Cooper Knight. As we mentioned, though, Ternell Parker with 12 of the first 16 points for the Junior Jays. And then some other production there late in the first quarter gave them their 12-point lead as Norfolk was getting a little close to a 10-second call there, and they're forced to burn their second timeout.
It's good to see how this press has really forced them to make some mistakes, forced them to call that timeout there. Some great defense early on.
We will quickly step aside. 23-11, 7:13 to go. Back to the action. Here's a corner three from Virgits. He'll get it to go.
Virgits shot 11 three-pointers, made 5 of them in their win versus North Platte. Gets his first one to fall on his second attempt here today.
Here's Connor Peters for 3. That one just rattles out, but Kyle Tubrick right there for the offensive board and the putback.
This team has been really aggressive on the offensive boards, getting a lot of second chance opportunities. That's always good to see from a team as young and inexperienced as this.
That one tipped up in the air, and yet another turnover from this Panthers offense. Tubrick gets it into Guat. He's trying to go up, and he'll get fouled. They'll call it on the floor, so it'll be an inbounds underneath the basket right in front of the birdcage. It'll be Tubrick to inbounds as a new wave of Junior Jays and Panthers come in, as we'll get some fresh feet on both sides.
Getting the starting lineup back in after your bench entering with pretty much a 5-point lead and leaving up 11, that's some really productive action for him.
Carter Brown was open there in the corner, but unable to get it to go. But Dang able to come down with the rebound, and his aggressiveness able to draw another foul. So 2 quick fouls for the Panthers here in the first 2 minutes of the second.
Already a lot of the players, some of the top options on this Panther team getting into foul trouble, with Virgits sitting most of the first, and now Chase Swanson getting his second early on in the second.
Panthers going to more of a zone here to open up the second, as seems to be working for the most part so far. Junior Jays still working on some of their adjustments. And they force a turnover. Parker thought for sure it was off a defender, but their officials say it's a Junior J turnover. As you said, a lot of sloppy play here early on. Virgits was looking for Jones, and he threw it away.
That was forced by some aggressive Junior J defense, getting the double team on Virgits. He had a backdoor cut, but that pressure really forced him to rush himself and ended up resulting in a mistake that gets Creighton Prep the ball back.
A lot of movement on the perimeter. Now here's Carter Brown for three. No good, but his rebound comes right back to him. Underneath, goes up, and he's fouled.
The amount of offensive rebounds and shots right near the basket that this team has gotten already is really impressive. And even if a lot of the shots from deep aren't falling, that's something you can really build upon.
Drew Strike back into the game for Norfolk. Carter Brown with his second free throw on the way. That one's short, but Tubrick comes down with the offensive board. And a fresh 35 for the offense. Tubrick in the corner for three. No good. But Dang able to come down with another offensive board. Carter Brown able to set his feet, fire, and strike. Finally able to get one to go. And the Junior Jays stretch their lead out to 15.
That wasn't even a second chance bucket. That was pretty much a fourth chance one.
And another turnover here from Norfolk, as that's their fourth foul already of this second quarter. So everything going forward will be free throws for the Junior Jays as we near the break.
Looks like they're going back to a man-on-man.
Jungers unable to get the take to go. Rebound comes down to Strike. Defense from the Junior J is really strong here so far. As you mentioned, a lot of aggression here on this defensive end. Strike into the lane. Can't get it to go. Tubrick down with the rebound. As that one poked away, that's Virgits with the steal. So you mentioned 6 of those against North Platte on Saturday.
Averaging 4.5 a game.
As now it's taken right back by Parker. Here come the Junior Jays on the other end. Once again stolen away this time. It's Mashonstev.
Keep seeing that sloppy play early on in this game.
A lot of turnovers on both sides.
I mean, that's to be expected for any early season game, honestly.
Strike gets it into Mashonstev. And Carter Brown able to knock it away. 12 on the shot clock.
And changes for the Junior Jays as Knight and Bonet check in for Dang and Tubrick.
As Robis' inbounds pass is intercepted by Carter Brown, who's fouled immediately. That's the 15th foul already for Norfolk. So it'll be Carter Brown coming to shoot 2 at the line. As Norfolk will take their 3rd timeout, it'll be a full. As we'll step aside, 3:06 to go, 29-14, Junior Jays in control here early. So out of the timeout, it will be Torrin Carter Brown shooting a pair of free throws. His first one short. But Junior Jay's already into the bonus here with 3:06 to go in the first half. As he knocks home the second one, and Junior Jay is up to 30.
See that press again.
Panthers able to uncomfortably get it across half court. A lot of ball movement on the perimeter. Here's Veergets for three. Off the mark, and Junger's able to come down with the rebound. Carter Brown's pass in transition, knocked out of bounds. Tempo of this game has really shifted throughout the night. It's like the Junior Jays have started to control more of the momentum and the pace of how this game is being played. Here's Carter Brown to the rack as he's denied by McShonstev. So Bonet underneath the basket to inbounds with 24 on the shot clock. Parker drives, spin move, gets it to go. It's a bit of a drought for him there, but he's up to 14.
When Trinell Parker is on, he is unstoppable. Just gets the ball down low, works his way in, and gets himself his 6th made bucket of the game.
Shonstev unable to get it to go. And here's Carter Brown. Bonet in the corner, inside to Parker. Going up and going in. Once again, another quick 4 as the Junior Jays lead is now 20.
Feels like as big as this lead gets, they're not slowing down any bit.
Here's Robis for three. That one's good. Parker drives. Now here's Knight driving in, back out to Carter Brown. His Euro step floater no good, but Parker able to come down with the offensive rebound. Reverse layup is good. He's got 18 as we near a minute to go in the half.
I don't know how you're supposed to stop that.
1 minute remaining in the first half.
Here's a take by Jarecki. He kicks it out. Long three here from Vergitz as he gets it to rattle home. Here's Knight out to Carter Brown for three. That's no good. Rebound. Junger's able to give it right to Bonet underneath the basket.
This team just feels so in sync with the way they're playing the game right now, just making everything happen with their passes and getting open shots every time down.
Now here's Parker driving to the other end. Gets it to Carter Brown here with 10 to go before the half. Junior Jays are going to hold for the final shot. Here's Cooper Knight in the corner, and a good defensive effort there from Veergets forces a travel.
Junior Jays adjusting their lineup a bit to defend this shot. Curious what play they draw up here. Veergets likely getting the ball.
3.4 to go. It's Swanson who will be fouled at about, he's going to get called for a travel. So it's 7/10 of a second to go. It'll be Junior Jay's ball at about midcourt.
They're going to have to get the shot up quickly, but there is still time for them to do something.
0.7 is enough time for a catch and shoot, but it's not much. Here's Connor Peters with a
Got it
turnaround
off.
three. No good, and that will send us to the break. Junior Jays with a strong first 16 minutes as they lead it 38-20 over the visiting Norfolk Panthers. We will send it to a break here on CPSN. You're watching Class A basketball. We will see you for the third quarter. back from the break. About to get the third quarter underway here from the Hyder. Mike Knockenauer alongside Colton Alder. Junior Jays with a dominant first half. They find themselves up by 18 as we start this second half of play. Second half of play. Colton, anything you saw that particularly impressed or did not impress you from either side?
As we kind of harped on in the first half, there was a lot of really sloppy play from both teams. And I think at least on Norfolk's side, that was because of a lot of pressure from this Junior J defense. They're being super aggressive on every single play and really generating a lot of opportunities.
Here's Knight in the corner on a three, and he gets fouled from behind by Virgits. Knight made a great move.
It's already 4 fouls today on the Panthers' leading scorer, and Cooper Knight goes to the line for 3.
So yeah, his 4th foul that he quickly picks up here in the second half. Virgits leading the way with 8 for the Panthers. Second one rattles out for Knight. On their side, Junior Jays led by 18 from Trinell Parker. Seemingly unstoppable there in the first half as Knight goes 1 for 3 from the line. Virgits remains in the game with 4. Dumps it off. That's Jarecki with the bucket for the Panthers to open up third. Jungers in the corner, gets it into Parker. Parker working inside. Now some movement there on the outside, and that one's poked away from behind. Dang, unable to keep it. Here are the Panthers in transition. That one knocked away. Rejection there from Parker as Chase Swanson tried to float it over him.
And Trinell Parker has just been a force on the inside, getting buckets on offense right under the rim and getting that rejection, his second block of the game today.
Trapped there at the AMDG logo. If Virgits able to get it out, here's Strike in the corner for 3. And he knocks it down. A quick 5 here for the Panthers as they pulled within 14. Jungers driving baseline. Kick out to Carter Brown. Makes a move, scoops it. It gets to go. Gets it to go with the bounce, and he's slow to get up. He jogs his way gingerly down on the other end. Virgits dumps it off, but no, that's going to be Virgits' 5th foul. It's a charge, and the leading scorer for the Panthers is done with 6:05 to go in the third.
Torrin Carter Brown limping off the court after that as Sam Bonet checks in for him. You hope he's all right. He was already shaken up and taking a charge for this team. But sometimes you've got to be a bit more careful.
He struggled with some cramping in the opening win against Papio, as he's tended to over there by Coach Kleber. On the other end, it's a foul on Parker. That'll be his 2nd. Panthers able to get it across midcourt. Strike at the top of the key. So movement, Swanson with the shot, and that one's no good. Parker drives, spin move, gets it up, gets it to go. He's got 20. Swanson driving all the way, a good take there, and he scoops it in for 2. Parker again. It's too easy for him.
There's not really anyone on this Norfolk team that can really match up with Trinell Parker. Tallest player that is in their rotation is 6'5". Parker is 6'8" and able to move around like that. It's impossible to stop him.
There's strike for 3. And Norfolk hitting some shots here early in this third quarter. And here's a straightaway 3 from Jungers. He responds. Mashonstev is rejected underneath by Dang. And all the momentum on the side of the Junior Jays right now. Another 3 for Jungers. That one's short. Mashonstev, coming up with the rebound. Jarecki, and he walked. Defended by Bonet, who was trying to make his way around him with a spin move, but unable to keep his pivot foot intact. And another turnover for Norfolk.
And I think the Junior Jays want this game to maintain a high pace. And they've done a good job at that. They've really controlled the last couple quarters, and that sequence was an example of them doing a really good job just keeping this game right where they want it.
Jungers tried to throw a pass across court, hit the rim, ends up in the hands of Bonet, who misses a jumper, but offensive board comes down to Jungers. Here's Connor Peters with a long 3, and he knocks it down. Interesting series of events there, but it ends up with a triple from Connor Peters. And now here's a long 3 from Strike. That one's off the back iron, and a long rebound coming down to Bonet. Peters drives out to Jungers underneath the Parker. Gets it up. It's like clockwork at this point.
It's not just the volume, it's the efficiency. He's taken 13 shots from the field and made 11 of them. Feels like every time he's got the ball down low, it's an automatic basket.
So that one underneath, poked out of bounds. Off of the Panthers, and it'll go to the Junior Jays. (53-30), the 5th-ranked Junior Jays here with the lead at home. Their opening game at the Hyder. Here's Peters in the corner again, and he knocks it down. He's feeling it now, as is this entire team, as they stretch their lead to the biggest it's been. It's 26. Jarecki with a good move, up and under, and gets it to go. Not a single senior on the court right now. We've got 2 sophomores and 3 juniors. Here's one of those sophomores with a nifty pass to Tubrick, who gets it to Peters, who knocks down his 3rd straight triple. Here's Swanson on the other end. He can't get that to go. It is all Junior Jays here late in the 3rd. Tubrick will take a wide open 3. That one's good, and the lead is up to 30.
Felt like they couldn't make a three-pointer during the opening game of the year. Right now it feels like they can't miss. Connor Peters and Kyle Tubrick going back and forth with 4 consecutive makes. This team's really finding their stride.
Robis 3 off the mark, and the Junior Jays once again back on offense. Bonet makes a move up to the rim, gets it to go, count the basket, and one.
Feels like everything they're trying to do is just working out, and now some of the guys who haven't had as much experience this year getting into the game late in the third.
As the senior team, Mueller will check in for his first minutes of the year. And Sam Bonet at the line to try and make it a three-point play. That one rattles out, but the offensive rebound goes to Peters. His three knocks it down. The Junior Jays unconscious from 3 here in the third. Panthers not going to get a shot off, and that will do it for the third quarter. Fireworks from this prep offense as they lead by 35, 67, 32. We'll head to the final quarter here from the Hyder. You're watching Class A basketball right here on CPSN. Welcome you back. Time for the fourth quarter. The Junior Jays putting up 29 points in the third quarter, growing this lead to 35. Heading to the final frame here from the opening game of the year in the Hyder.
How about Connor Peters in that third quarter, knocking down 4 consecutive threes?
Currently no starters out there. And Ivan Bamaze, the freshman, checking in for the first time. Here's Strike. Heavily guarded, gets it out to Jarecki for 3, who knocks it down. Jarecki with a quiet 9 points here so far. It's good scoring from the junior, as you mentioned, the tallest guy on this Norfolk roster at 6'5".
Creighton Prep is a guy who's 6'10" in the game right now, and he got the ball there.
That's Guat unable to get the layup to go, and then committing the foul on the rebound. That's his first. Looking forward for the Junior Jays. They've got 2 more this week, staying at home as they welcome the Storm of Elkhorn South to the Hyder for Christmas in the Cage this Friday. And they head south to take on Bellevue East on Saturday. Ivan Bamaze driving and drawing the foul, so he'll go to the line to shoot a pair.
Fouls out of 15, Drew Strike is first. Team's first. Velocity on the line, shooting 2.
Bamaze, the only freshman on this roster, but third straight year that there's a freshman on the varsity roster. As he goes 0 for 2 from the line. But yeah, it was Torrin Carter-Brown 2 years ago, then Max Jungers last year, and now Bamaze this year. A lot of young talent on this Junior J squad. Here's a good take by Swanson, but can't get it to go.
And you mentioned with there being 3 straight years of a freshman being on this roster, Torrin Carter-Brown and Max Jungers weren't really a part of the rotation at the start of the year for either of their freshman years, so Bamaze could get a lot more playing time as this season goes along.
That drive is blocked, but illegally. And it'll be a shooting foul. We'll see if it was either Bamaze or Guat. It will be Bamaze drawing the foul. And it will be Drew Strike going to the line.
Strike at the line, shooting 2 for the Angels.
Strike gets both of his to fall. He's up to 8 on the evening. 69-37 with just under 6 to go here in the fourth. Bamaze drives out to Mueller. Mueller gets it to Peters. Heat check from the top of the key, and he gets it to go. Make it 5 in a row for Connor Peters. As you mentioned, this team couldn't seem to find a three-point bucket to fall all of last Thursday in the season opener. They can't seem to miss tonight. Is that one stolen away by Mueller? Now here come the Junior Jays in transition. Guat underneath, gets a shot up, and nearly took out a photographer in the process, but here come the Panthers on the other end. Here's Rabas in the corner for 3. That one's no good. York makes a move. Up around, count the basket and 1. It was a little blow by. He just lifted it up and fouled in the process. So he'll get the opportunity to go to the line to make it a 3-point play as Luke Squarsha, Jonah Roth, Sheldon Galladay all check into the game. There with 4:36 to go. Junior Jays doubling up the Panthers at 74-37. Only 53 in the opening game of the year, and that was in overtime. But no absence of offense here tonight as Mueller completes the 3-point play. Some new faces on both sides as a completely new lineup for the Panthers as well. Ty Pinkelman, Jack Koenig, Amari Williams, and Aiden Placentia. all checking in for the visiting Panthers here as we come down the home stretch. Maze. Right to Galladay for three. That one's off the mark. Here's Koenig. Puts up a shot. That one doesn't go. Rebound comes down to Bamaze. Mueller inside, out to Scorsha. Corner three. Yes, sir! Everyone getting in on the fun tonight.
That three-pointer ups the lead to 41, making the running clock in effect. He's got a chance for another one.
Scorsha on the other end. Quick five for him. Junior Jays have eclipsed 80. Pinkelman is fouled by Scorsha. As you said, running clock in effect for this final 2:30 and change. Pinkelman to the rack, no good. Roth comes down with the rebound. Scorsha, Bamaze, baseline. Gets it up and gets it to roll home. As the freshman chants rain down from the birdcage. Here's Williams. Out to Koenig. Into Placencia. Trying to go up. He's got plenty of defenders around him, and a jump ball is forced. Possession arrow. We'll give it to Prep. 90 seconds to go here in this home opener. It has been all Junior Jays all night long. Scorsha corner three. Why not? That one knocked away out of bounds by Galladay.
It's crazy. This team went 2 for 13 from three in their opener. Today they have made 11 of their 22 three-pointers. Went from about a 15% clip to making half of them.
Pinkelman gets it out to Williams. He's fouled here with under 30 seconds to go as the clock continues to run. Koenig into Placencia. Driving, that one's knocked away. Mueller will dribble it out, and that will do it for the opening night here at the Hyder. All Junior Jays as they pick up a big win, 85-37 as they move to 2-0 as they get ready for Christmas in the Cage this Friday. That should do it here from us. Colton, any final thoughts before we sign things away?
It was nice seeing this team shoot as well as they did from the three-point line, in addition to how well they played defensively, not just when it came to being aggressive, but not fouling alongside that aggression. And there's a lot from this game that this team can carry into the rest of their schedule. And as this week gets going, good to start off with a big win.
Absolutely. 48-point win for the Junior Jays over Norfolk. They win it 85-37 for Mike Knockenhauer, Colt Mulder, Jack Cosgrove, King Maxwell. We thank you all so much for tuning in with us this evening, and we will see you on Friday for Christmas in the Cage. Good night.